Hey Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is Venus Baby Tarot, and today I'm going to give you a birthday reading for the Taurus season, your birthday season. I'm so happy for you. Happy birthday if your birthday is already passed, and for May Tauruses, happy early birthday. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to try to get some good messages, like what blessings, what positive energy comes to you for your birthday season. So let's go ahead and see what Spirit has in store for you. I hope you are all doing amazing, and that you fared Mercury retrograde and the eclipse season okay. So you have revelry and indulgence here. Let's see what else we have. You have honor and good luck. Okay, I'm loving this already. And let's see, I'm going to get a couple oracle messages for you. And then I'm going to pull your tarot. Okay? So bear with me. Mercury retrograde was conjunct Chiron, and I've noticed that you have new beginning. I noticed, like with my clients, that a lot of people were experiencing a lot of things that were surfacing from the past, like on an emotional level, not just like in a physical capacity, but like on an emotional level. And yeah, so you may have been experiencing some things that just kind of came to the surface, things that needed to be, dealt with, confronted, processed, etc., etc. So life hasn't been exactly all sunshine and rainbows, but that doesn't mean that it's been, negative either. Okay, so you have new beginning here. Third eye chakra and life purpose has come out. Let's get some career cards for you. Okay, you have partnership. You have denial. It did come out in reverse, and then you have new money. So I love that. I do love that. And then let's go ahead and get your tarot out on the table. I'm just going to shuffle these and pull from the top to save some time. Okay, Taurus, what are the good things coming in for Taurus, Spirit? Let's see. We have the Six of Wands. We have the Sun. Oh my goodness. See, so far that's looking good. The Queen of Cups is looking good. The Six of Swords is good. It depends on what it's in reference to, but we'll see. The Two of Swords. The Devil. I love that under the Six of Wands there. To clarify, the Six of Wands. Knight of Pentacles, Hanged Man, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the King of Pentacles again. So there is a masculine and feminine King of Pentacles in this deck. The Knight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So give me just a second while I kind of straighten these things up, because I'm seeing they look very crooked on camera. Okay. So right off the bat, I'm loving this energy, the revelry and indulgence. Now this can definitely be about like celebrating your birthday, like going out. It can be travel, partying, just living it up, having some new experiences. I'm actually looking over here, and I just heard decadence and debauchery. So maybe you're going to be partying really hard and just letting loose. You know what I mean? Just having a wild time, Taurus. You could also be receiving lots of attention from people. Like, people are really celebrating you. And isn't that just lovely? Like, I know that I've had birthdays in the past where, especially because my birthday often will fall on Mother's Day, and like people forget about it. And then there are those birthdays that are just like amazing, and like, you know, we're having big celebrations and stuff like that. And so, you know, I feel like you could be having like one of those years, like where your birthday is one to remember. And I love that for you. You totally deserve that, Taurus. Like it's such a great thing for you. And I mean, you have good luck seeming to be coming your way. You know, new beginnings are happening for you. This can be new beginnings in love, or just new beginnings in partnerships, in, you know, new money here, like new opportunities, new sources of income, raises, things like that with this new money. You know what I mean? And I feel like with this third eye chakra too, like this is something that you're intuitively guided to because you have life purpose. Like, you know that this is the right thing for you. It just happens to fall into, you know, your lap, or is planted right in front of you. You know that it's right for you. You move in that direction. Okay. Now, I feel like with this denial energy too, this could be, you know, maybe in terms of career, you've been telling yourself that you love what you do, or you know, that like you appreciate what you have, but in reality, you have been, you know, quietly wanting to do something different, or wanting to move in a different direction, or spice things up in your life, that kind of thing. But it can also mean that there's like endings and beginnings happening in your life, where something is removed to be replaced with something better. I wish that I could make the readings all 100% positive all the time, because I really do like to emit positive energy. I like to empower people, lift people up. And, you know, sometimes the readings will come out with like, you know, things that need to be dealt with, you know, on internally, and past wounding and stuff like that. And I'm often like nervous about posting those things because of the fact that I know that a lot of times people just want to find something that's like happy and joyous in their readings, but life isn't always like that. So, you know, there can be a little bit of a mixture in this reading here, in terms of some stressors that surface, but overall I'm definitely seeing like, you know, major shifts and changes that are happening for you that bring you a lot of happiness and joy. Okay. So in your recent past, if you've already celebrated your birthday, like I said, decadence and debauchery. I also feel like, you know, for some of you guys, you've been waiting on something to come in for you that's been quite successful, that I feel like would have freed you from the devil type energy, where you'd been feeling held back in your life, or just overwhelmed. You've had a lot of like restrictions and barriers, a lot of red tape that you've been having to deal with, that kind of thing. I also feel like this could be about temptation. Like there were things that, you know, like for instance, money increasing for you, and then you were tempted to spend it because you're like, wow, I'm more successful now and I have more to spend. And you may have like overspent, you know, with this indulgence energy and this devil energy. So I would definitely be careful of that if you're trying to plan and save for the future, or if you have goals and aspirations for yourself, you know, really just kind of keep an eye on your spending, that kind of thing. But anyway, so here in the present moment, you have the Sun card and the Knight of Pentacles with the Page of Swords. So for me, with this Page of Swords, this person is, you know, graduating and holding a dandelion, and it's blowing in the wind as if a wish has been made. And so I feel like there is something that you have overcome in your life, like you've reached a graduation period of sorts. And this can be a lot of areas. I mean, it can obviously be school, it can be within your career, it can just be life, like life lessons that have been learned, you know. And so new ideas have been opening up for you, and new dreams that you have been, you know, you've either, oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm losing my words. Dreams that you've either recently discovered, or you're finally getting to the point where you're able to start taking action on them. Okay. But I feel like there has been some sort of illumination for you in terms of, you know, these newfound dreams that you are wanting for yourself and that you are trying to achieve. Okay. And the thing is too, I'm also getting this energy too of like allowing yourself to be a dreamer, like not taking things too seriously and just kind of going with the flow, like going where the wind takes you. I feel like this is about like what you want, like you know what your dreams are, but this can also be about like not being too attached to it and really kind of approaching it more in the way of, this is what I want for myself, but if the universe like plants me somewhere else, I'm going to be okay with that because I know that that's where I'm supposed to be. Okay. So the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like you have been working at something for a really long time, and it may have been taking you a while, to get where you're going, to get to this graduation period, to get to this point where you've achieved certain things that you want for yourself. But I feel like you're also kind of in this energy where, I always say like slow and steady wins the race, so you're in that energy where you're like, I don't have to have it all right now. I don't have to have everything figured out right now. I can just sort of go with the flow and enjoy the journey, right? Because the journey is the destination. At the end of the day, it's all about experiencing life in the moment instead of thinking that our happiness is always elsewhere. Okay. So in your near future, you have the Queen of Cups with the Hanged Man and the King of Pentacles again. So I feel like over here, it's really interesting because for some of you, you could have a relationship with somebody like you're very similar. You could both be fixed signs, for instance, or you're very similar in that energy of like you're kind of the king of your own kingdom, and and because of that, I mean, you could be totally a power couple, but because of that, I feel like there's not enough soft femininity that is needed with this energy right here. And so I feel like this is kind of a message for some of you to really connect to that softer feminine energy and allow yourself to really connect or to be emotionally intimate with people and not be so much about being structured and having your life together and, like maintaining a sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? I keep thinking pragmatic approach to life, but I think stoic. I think stoic is something that works a little bit better. Like, just being really focused on masculine type things in your life, which can be about your money, your career, your structure, your stability in your life, and being so overly focused on that the emotional intimacy part kind of falls by the wayside. So I feel like that could be a message to allow yourself to soften up a little bit, because at the end of the day, I mean, societally, we're kind of conditioned to be very focused on the day-to-day activities, like all the things that we need to get done and the things that we need to achieve in life and the supposed timeline that we are taught from a young age that is supposed to be relevant for whatever reason. And I think that when we become so focused on that, sometimes like we don't have enough energy or emotional capacity to actually connect emotionally with people or to be emotionally intimate with people. And I feel like this is kind of telling you to take a time out from being all about all business, all work and no play, right? Take a time out from that and really allow yourself to be in that, just fun-loving, just emotionally fuzzy. I'm feeling like the energy in my chest is like that warm and fuzzy feeling. Like allow yourself to experience that, I do feel like, in terms of going out and having a good time, I see that there, but I also feel like, it's not just about going out and having a good time. Sometimes it's just about being with other people and feeling that comfort and and happiness and warm embrace by people. And this can be in a romantic setting, or it can be with friends, it can be with family, you know, just feeling that comfort, that emotional comfort of being in the presence of other people, right? I feel like you may be needing a little bit more of that. But what I want to do, and I should have gotten a clarifying deck, but I didn't. So I'm just going to use this one. Tell me a little bit more about the Hanged Man. The Nine of Cups. Yes. Okay. So the other message I'm getting from this is about being emotionally receptive, okay? Or intuitively receptive. You know, because I feel like things that you wish for and you hope for, things that, you know, are worthy of celebration and excitement in your life, I feel like the universe is kind of putting them, you know, in your life. And I don't feel like they're necessarily things that you have to, you know, work, like be on the grind for all the time. I actually think that these, I actually think that these are things that can appear in your life even when you're taking it easy, okay? And, you know, I mean, I definitely am not one of those people that thinks that, you know, we just sit around and manifest. I mean, I think that working for things is also important, right? But I think that sometimes things really do come to us whenever we're not working for them, you know, like we just get these surprise blessings from the universe. And I mean, it can be, I gotta be honest with you, like it can be in friendships, it can be like sibling relationships that are just neighbors, that kind of thing with this Three of Cups. But it can also be, I feel like, just things that are worthy of celebration in your life, you know, things that are gonna make you feel like just that warm, fuzzy energy in your life. I want to do something else. Let's see. Let's pull one of these cards on it. Oh, look, Offering is on the bottom of the deck over here with the career energy. Tell me about the Hanged Man. Yeah, a new job or a new job of some kind, oh my gosh, is coming your way. So it to me, I feel like this says your dependable and loyal nature will be awarded. So this means that the work that you've already done, the universe has paid attention to this, okay? And it may have been a long journey for you to get to this point. And you may have been kind of waiting, like, when am I going to receive the results? Like, when am I going to finally receive the return on all my investment, all the energy that I have put into building my life, building my career, building my finances? When am I going to finally see it, right? With this Hangman energy. And I feel like with this energy right here, it's like, well, if you just kind of just let the universe work, like be more in the flow. This is all water energy, like just all of this, and just kind of being in the flow and allowing the universe to just bring it to you, you know, not feeling like, I just have to do more and more and more. I have to labor harder and harder and harder and harder and harder, because I feel like the universe is actually saying, no, honey, like, we've seen the work that you've invested. We've seen how hard you work. We've seen what you do. And now I feel like there is going to be somebody who's going to take notice with the Six of Wands, or you're going to be receiving that success, the accolades, the achievements that you've been working really hard towards, and you don't need to buckle down and work even harder, okay? I'm looking over here with the zipper down, coming down, and I just heard let loose a little bit, you know, like kind of just, you know, like loosen up is what you kind of need to do, like loosen up, you know, like I think that you've done enough, right? And you've overburdened yourself enough. And that doesn't mean that you just stop working, you just quit your job and you just sit around. I mean, you can if you want to, it's your life, you have free will. But I think it's more like recognizing like you have done so much as it is already, and the people do recognize this, and the people who are meant to recognize this are the people who have taken notice, okay? So that's that. So in your opportunity here, there we go. Oh, in your opportunity here, you have the Six of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. So this Six of Swords, this person is moving to safe harbor, okay? And I feel like with this Nine of Swords, you know, every time I see this, all these eyes, I just think of like, this person feels judged by everybody, you know, just all eyes are on this person all the time, which can be a misperception. You know, I mean, honestly, like, people are usually thinking about themselves. They really are. And, you know, like, I think that, you know, when people think that everybody's always judging them, it's typically because they're actually judging themselves, you know? And so this actually can be your opportunity, is to free yourself from your own judgment of yourself, like your own criticism towards yourself, right? And this Knight of Wands, again, is like letting loose. You know, the Knight of Wands is he's unattached, okay? Like, he is the epitome of letting loose, like, you know, just shedding responsibility and just being free and having a good time, you know? And I think that that's often why the Knight of Wands is also associated with travel too, because I mean, think about it. When you go on vacation, what are you doing? You're leaving all your burdens and responsibilities behind at home, and you're going and enjoying the moment. And that is your opportunity. I think your opportunity is to get out of your head, to get out of your worries of other people and how they perceive you. And it's funny because I actually did a reading. I don't know if I posted it yet because I've been trying to batch record readings since I'm going out of town again. And so I'm like on this track of like trying to go to the national parks. Like, it's my new thing. So anyway, but what was I going to say with that? Oh, and so there's been like a little bit of negative stuff that had been coming out for Taurus. And it was like overall things were looking really great. But like there was like this one or two situations in which there were some worries about how other people had been perceiving you, Taurus, or things that they had said, or, you know, things that they said about you, or things that they said to you that had kind of been lingering around in the back of your mind. And mind you, it could have just been because of Mercury retrograde conjuncting Chiron, which is our deepest wound, right? And so it could have had a little bit to do with that. And maybe had kind of triggered these feelings in you, like you were thinking, maybe I'm not where I want to be in life. I'm not quite where I want to be. And I feel like you actually are to this point where you almost have it all. Like, you almost have it all. It just seems like there's some things that might be surfacing that could trigger you to derail a little bit. And I think that's why your opportunity is the Six of Swords, to kind of like move past it, like not derail, like to just kind of let loose, like shake it off. Like, I look at this Knight of Wands and I'm like thinking, shake it off, just shake it off, right? Because you're just not meant to carry it. Like, other people's opinions, other people's perceptions of you, like, you're not actually meant to carry that. And if you sit around and worry all the time about what other people think or what other people have said to you in the past or the present, or what you worry they're going to say to you in the future, that just puts you in this Nine of Swords energy, which can be very uncomfortable. And it's just a constant state of anxiety, you know, and it's not really living, because then you're living to fit the mold of other people and what they think you should be. And that's why, you know, really coming into your most authentic version of yourself and shedding away what, you know, all these people have thought and said, and you're even caring about it, you know, is so important, right? Because then you can actually be who you truly are, who you've always wanted to be, who you've always been meant to be. I don't know why my words are not coming out today. It's probably because I did not sleep very much last night. But anyway, but yeah, because you have this life purpose energy, which, you know, we have this boat here. And to me, I feel like, you know, you're coming in like safe harbor from the trials, or, you know, even the mental challenges that you've been experiencing. And it's leading you down this path, this beautiful, gorgeous, like, rainbow, just look at all that. It looks very much like Starry Night, right? This path, you know, is absolutely gorgeous. And I think that the universe is kind of telling you to let it go. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the book called Drop the Rock, but that's kind of like what I'm getting. I mean, it can be like a literal addiction with that devil card, but you know, sometimes an addiction is really just an addiction to caring what people think, you know, like addiction to needing validation, or just, you know, like just being really like bound to worrying about somebody and what they think about you, like bound to the point that it controls your life, you know? And so I feel like maybe drop the rock, like that saying could actually mean something to somebody, or it could be important, or yeah, or if it could actually, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, what I meant to say was it resonates. It may resonate with somebody, but anyway, I probably should take it out. But I'm just working because I'm going to go out of town next weekend, and I'm trying to get content out for you guys. But anyway, so over here you have the Two of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So this can be about like moving residences here too. Like you may have been in two minds about it. Maybe you're kind of feeling a little bit nervous, a little stressed out, a little worried about what might happen. Stay in the moment, guys. Just stay in the moment. Because, I mean, look, in these two birds in this little birdhouse, like, stay in the moment, okay? Because if you stay in the past and you worry about the past repeating itself all the time, you know, it very well could, you know, because that's where you're focusing your attention. And if you worry too much about what could happen in the future, you're not focusing on what you could do in the present to perhaps prevent it from happening, to prevent the stressors from happening, you know? And not to mention the fact that if we sit here and we worry all day, every day about things, then we can actually manifest our worries. You know what I mean? So I also feel like this is just, you know, about celebration, stability. Like that's the Four of Wands right here. It's definitely, you know, it can also mean things like moving in with people, getting engaged, getting married, things like that. And it can be about family, just, you know, fun and family. But there are definitely some big changes that are going to happen in your life with this Wheel of Fortune. And I feel like you've been a little in two minds about it, because I feel like some of the worries have surfaced. Like I said, some things that people have said to you in the past that may have surfaced, you know, and that's just the Mercury retrograde energy. I feel, I mean, we're past Mercury retrograde, but we're still in the shadow period. And so, you know, and that's just kind of when the past like, comes back, either in our, you know, actually comes back to us, or it's just in our psyche, you know, and so you may have been experiencing a lot of thoughts about the past recently. I know I have, to be honest with you. I know a lot of my clients have, you know, it's just been coming up for everybody. And so anyway, I feel like, you know, it's time to kind of move past that, you know, and stop being in this other mind and looking back at all these things that have happened, and really take your mind to a safe place, so that you can be in alignment with your life purpose. Now, I want to get a little bit more energy right there on that Wheel of Fortune. Tell me a little bit more about the Wheel of Fortune for Taurus, because I love the fact that your reading ends with the Wheel of Fortune. Page of Wands. This is like a fresh new opportunity in your life. I mean, and it is exciting. That's the thing about the Page of Wands. That's pure excitement. You know, that is that's not because it's a child. It's excitement that is not tainted with adult-like stressors, you know, just it's just pure. It's pure joy and excitement and inspiration and creativity, and that's the energy that you're going to be feeling with this right here. And because of the fact you have this new beginning, like this can be new beginning in a relationship, this can be a new beginning in a home life right here, home with your family, or moving into with somebody. And then you also have new money coming in right here for you. Tell me a little bit more about this for Taurus. I mean, because you got good luck. I mean, that's the thing. You got the Wheel of Fortune and you have this good luck right here. And I think that right here, because the Seven of Pentacles is here, I'm kind of getting the sense that you've put in the work, you've put in the effort and all of that, and then you've just been kind of waiting. You've just been kind of waiting on the results to come in your life, you know? And see, look, now you got the Seven of Cups. Like, more opportunities are going to start opening up for you in your life. And I think it's really just as simple as that. You can also be receiving money from a person or some sort of partnership, some sort of increase in your business profits or in your job from somebody. So this can be a boss, right? Like, think all kinds of partnerships, right? That can be, you know, your boss. That's a partnership, and you know, or coworkers, people that you're working on projects with. If you know, are signing contracts with new clients, etc., etc. You know, this can definitely be new money that comes in from another person. Like, your boss says, hey, I want to give you a raise, or you have new clients that come in and they want to sign a 6-month contract with you, to work with you, on a regular basis. You know what I mean? So it can be things like that. But I feel like right here with this denial energy, I feel like what's been kind of going on with you, Taurus, is that things seem to be moving forward and progressing for you, but I feel like they've been moving along a little bit slower than you may have liked. And you remember, slow and steady wins the race, right? And I think that you know that and I know that, but that doesn't mean that it's comfortable. It doesn't mean that it's comfortable when it's moving along slowly. I mean, truly. I mean, because then you start to fill with self-doubt, and you start to worry about people judging you and worry about people's eyes on you and things like that. You know, and you have the Hanged Man right in the center of your reading. So that can definitely indicate delays. And, you know, just being kind of held back and restricted and being kind of worried, like, am I ever going to get there? Am I ever going to get there? And I think that honestly, with this energy right here, this denial energy, I think that you've been too much, you may have shifted too much into the worry because things weren't moving along quick enough, that you weren't actually seeing how well things are working out for you, you know, or you were focusing more on your own self-doubt, and you weren't seeing how the universe is actually blessing you because your mind had been on the wrong thing. Okay. It had been on the wrong thing. It had been in worry, right? And sitting around worrying about things absolutely solves nothing. Don't we know that? Okay. So let's get you a closing oracle message, my lovely Taurus friends. Well, we got 2 that came out right there. Look at that. See, your angels and ascended masters are actually, like I said, like, they're guiding you down a path, okay? You have determination and spiritual awakening. So I'm getting 2 things here. I'm getting, like, with these look very similar, right? So I'm getting, like, your determination, your perseverance is being rewarded by your angels, ascended masters, spirit guides, the universe, etc., okay? And I think that this spiritual awakening is really in reference to being unattached to things. And that is kind of how I'm seeing that. Like, learning how to just be in the moment and just be in the flow. Like, all that flow energy we were talking about, just being in the flow. So what areas of life is Taurus going to be seeing blessings? Okay, that doesn't help. Harmony. So this can obviously, well, I guess it does. Harmony in relationships. You know, there could have been some discord that you had been experiencing with people. And you're going to see some harmony in this area of your life. And your success, your financial success, you're going to be seeing some blessings in your financial success and in the home life. Okay. So that's what I have for you, my lovely Tauruses, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.